Hello everyone, we are computer engineering students from MATH180 University. And today, we are presenting our statistical research on the factorial analysis of laptop thermal throttling via surface and workload interactions. I am John Roman and joining me today are Clyde, Andrei, and John Martin. Modern laptops rely heavily on dynamic thermal management systems to keep from overheating. When a CPU runs complex tasks, it generates a massive spike in raw thermal output. But here is the problem. Most standardized testing evaluates laptop on flat, hard engineering surfaces with perfect airflow. In the real world, users put laptops on their laps, on pillows, or on top beds. To date, very few studies have quantified what happens when sustained high-performance execution collides with a restricted intake airflow. Our research asks a simple but critical question: how do physical support surfaces and concurrent processing demands interact to affect a laptop's maximum core temperature?
Thank you, General Man. To answer this, we utilized a 2x3 full factorial experimental design. This allowed us to measure not just the main effects, but the overlapping interactions trends between our variables. We defined factor A as the support surface, tested at two levels: a hard wooden desk, which served as our unrestricted baseline, and a soft fabric blanket, simulating severe airflow restriction. Factor B was our CPU workload, tested at three levels: on idle baseline, 15 active web browser tabs, and a full screen 1080p video playback. Our dependent variable was the maximum CPU core temperature measured in Celsius. To ensure statistical stability, we captured 5 independent replicate readings per unique configuration, giving us a total sample size of 30 observations. Between every single run, the laptop was powered off and allowed to return to a complete thermal equilibrium. We used automated telemetry to pull the core registers directly from the silicon die, ensuring highly accurate data collection. I'll now pass it to John Martin to discuss the statistical analysis and our highly counterintuitive findings.
Thanks, Clyde. After verifying our residuals for normality and constant variance, we ran a two-way ANOVA at a 0.05 level of significance. The results were statistically high, significant across the board, but the empirical data looked completely backward at first glance. On the hard wooden desk, temperature scaled exactly as expected. As the workload increased, the temperature rose, peaking at 68.20 degrees Celsius during 1080p video playback. However, on the soft fabric blanket, the maximum temperature across all tests never exceeded 37 degrees Celsius. Why did wrapping the laptop in a blanket result in a much cooler processor? Our ANOVA confirmed a significant interaction effect. F is equal to 32.85. The blanket physically suffocated the intake vents. When the internal sensors detected and the trapped exhaust, they immediately triggered aggressive thermal throttling routines to save the hardware. The system violently reduced the CPU clock frequencies and voltages. Because the processor was heavily crippled, it stopped generating heat entirely. The blanket didn't cool the laptop. It forced the laptop into a low-power survival mode.
To wrap up, our statistical testing successfully rejected the null hypothesis. Our primary recommendation for consumer electronic designers is that modern hardware management engines cannot look at processing workloads in isolation. Our data proves that external physical abstractions require active predictive tuning. By incorporating adaptive surface sensing vectors into system designs, future laptops could dynamically scale their throttling curves based on what they are sitting on, rather than waiting to hit critical temperature boundaries. Thank you for watching our presentation, and we hope this sheds light on the complex thermal dynamics of mobile computing.